Hello Aquarius, my name is Agatha and this is the tarot forecast for the year 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. I'm using the Nicolette Ciccoli Tarot, which is a fabulous tarot deck, and it's going to be an 8 card reading, 2 cards for the 4 quarters of 2017. And to make it a little bit more personalized for you, Aquarius, I'm going to ask you to pick a symbol, just one out of the 4 that I'm going to show you. So the symbols are ship, garden, stars, and book. Pick one. I'm going to shuffle so I don't know which symbol falls in which quarter of the year. Okay, let's start. If you picked the symbol book, then the months of January, February, and March, Aquarius, are going to be a little bit more relevant for you. In your case, the cards that came out were the Tower and the Ace of Swords. Now, this could be a sudden revelation, a sudden event, a very destructive event that shows you the truth and completely transforms your life. This could be in any part of your life. This could be in a personal part of your life, in your professional part of your life, but sudden chaos, an unexpected, difficult event, a big transformation, old structures of your life that fall down because they no longer serve you. But this thing that leaves your life, maybe in a painful way, will give you the truth and nothing but the truth. And maybe you were avoiding the truth, Aquarius, I don't know, but it's like a sudden revelation. And out of this chaos, you know where to go, you know what to do, you know the truth, you know the route to take, and you will take it. So it's the truth that comes out suddenly, and you have to face it. You're forced to face the truth, and out of this, you know where to go next, you know what to do with your life next. This truth could be even something, a sudden revelation about yourself, something that you didn't know about yourself, and now you know it. Moving on, if you picked the symbol stars, then the months of April, May, and June will be a little bit more relevant for you, Aquarius. The cards that came out were the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. It's like out of that chaos that happened 3 months prior in the beginning of the year, now you have to rebuild your life. And I would say in a financial way, in an economical way, or maybe everything is okay in that regard, but it's like whatever happened in the beginning of the year gives you the will to start something that you always wanted to start, a new endeavor that might bring you money, not necessarily, but something that maybe a side business, something that you always wanted to do, but you didn't have like the courage, or I never thought of actually doing it, but something rather destructive even happened in the beginning of the year, and this either will give you in April, May, and July the reason, or the excuse to do that something that you always wanted to do. Either you are forced to do it because you need to create your own job, for instance, or everything is okay in terms of money, but you do something on the side and you have the help of someone. If you need to work to find a job, it's a job that you never did before, and somebody helps you find this job. If you're creating your own job, if you're doing something new, if you're creating something new, there will be an investment of someone will help you with money, someone will give you like starter money or something like that. There will be help to you, for you, in April, May, and June in terms of money, or in terms of helping you finding a new job, okay? So you're not completely alone, if that is the case. Moving on, if you picked the symbol ship, then the months of July, August, and September will be a little more relevant for you. You have the Five of Wands and the Knight of Wands. It's interesting that the ship was associated because some of you might be on a trip. You might be traveling for whatever reason. You might be traveling because of a conflict, and in here you see the little girl going in the direction of the Five of Wands. So this little girl goes in the direction of the conflict. She's not turning away. So it's like there's some sort of problem, and you gonna go. You take the car, or you board the plane or whatever, and you're just gonna go head on to solve this problem, to solve this conflict. It's like you have no problems in having a confrontation with someone, even especially if you think it's a righteous type of confrontation that you need to go and do this confrontation. Now there could be some sort of problems of conflict, of fighting with others, and you're not afraid of defending yourself, of you're not afraid of in a very passionate way defend yourself or what you stand for, or enthusiastically you take on this fight and you don't back down. It could be that, okay, or it could be that whatever conflict there are with others, the Knight of Wands might represent the other person, and the other person might be from a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or what's the other one? Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And this person doesn't back down. This person is rather impulsive and gets onto the fight like this. And I'm talking about, verbal fight. I'm not talking or conflict. I'm not talking actually, fist fight or anything like that. I hope it doesn't go to that, okay? But this person might be very impulsive and a bit juvenile in his approach or her approach. Doesn't matter even if he's 40 or 50. Doesn't think, just goes head on into this conflict. What else? Now, this could be inner conflicts. Conflicts that you have with yourself. That might be still, the root of these conflicts might be still connected with whatever happened in the beginning of the year. You have the Tower there. There's some sort of crumbling of structures in your life, and this might be the source of your inner conflicts. But you are in a different, I would say, headspace and emotional space. You either decide to ignore it, these inner conflicts, or you decide to go head on and confront them and deal with it. Deal with them fast. But maybe it should not be fast, because you're not dealing with these conflicts, your inner conflicts, in the most healthy way. If you think you're solving it because you go head on against them, and you try to solve them quickly, maybe quickly it's not the way to solve whatever is going on inside of you, okay? But it's like you kind of decide to be optimistic. I don't care, I'm going to be joyful, I'm going to have I'm going to be joyful, I'm going to be enthusiastic and passionate about life, and I'm just going to ignore this thing that's going on inside of me, and because it's not important, and I can deal with this. It could be that sort of mentality as well, Aquarius. Moving on to the fourth quarter of 2017, Aquarius. If you picked the symbol garden, then the months of October, November, and December will be a bit more relevant for you. The cards that came out were the Nine of Swords and the Moon. Okay, you might be feeling very sad, because maybe if there's some sort of problem, emotional problem, even a mental problem in the months of July, August, and September, you didn't dealt with them in the most healthy way. And now you're kind of paying the price, because in October, November, and December you're feeling sad, overwhelmed with sadness, with regret. Even there's a sense of guilt. You're feeling there's some sort of feeling sorry about something, or maybe you had a conflict with someone else, and you were the one that kind of rolled all over him or her, and now you're feeling sad about that. You're feeling regretful. You're feeling guilty about that. Or if the other person rolled over completely over you, that's you're feeling sad about how things went, because you wish your Aquarius are a mental sign. You'd wish that things would be dealt in a different way, in a more diplomatic way, perhaps in a more rational and objective sort of way, and maybe they were not dealt in that manner. There's a lot of maybe hostility and not enough rationality, in objectivity. So feeling sad, regretful, overwhelmed with guilt, also some of you, and then you have the moon card, which is making these feelings kind of fixed on you, in your heart, in your psyche. You, in October, November, and December, Aquarius, you're kind of being involved, or being swallowed. You're being swallowed by your fears, by your regret, by your paranoias. You might even be having nightmares about whatever happened in your life. It's a kind of a sad. Again, this is a very general reading. Okay, see your moon sign, see your rising sign. In this, if you like a private consultation, you can write to me at dunyazade@gmail.com. So this is general. Okay, this is a general reading. But it's interesting the fact that I did different readings in English and in Portuguese. And in Portuguese, which was with different cards and a different type of setup, Aquarius don't seem to have a very nice year, I'm sorry to say. In 2017 doesn't seem to be a very joyful year. And in October, November, December, to you, it's really, you're overwhelmed with fears, with illusions, with paranoia, and you're drowning in your guilt, in your obsessive sadness. I don't know what's happening. Or it could be that someone is lying to you, and whatever they're saying to you makes you feel regretful, makes you feel fills you with guilt. So you have to really make an effort to see what is real and what is not real. Let's use the moon card as an advice. Try to follow your intuition and try to take away what is intuition, not take away the fears. Okay, take away the fears and the illusions, and just listen to your intuition. Intuition removed from fears, and see what your intuition tells you. Okay. Well, that's it, Aquarius. This is the reading that I have for you. I'm sorry it wasn't all that good. I apologize. I'm sorry. But again, this is a very general reading. See your moon sign and see your rising sign. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.